dive into a good book. Rona Brinlee, the owner of the BookMark in Neptune Beach, is here. Yeah, one of my favorite times of the month. She's joining me with some of her reading recommendations. Welcome, and I always love to see what you have here.
It's always so nice to see you and get to talk about good books.
Yes.
I have to say, you know, I love all my children equally, but I love this one best.
Okay.
Every now and then a book just hits you where you live, and this is it. This is Trust, and it's set in the 1920s, and it's about the accumulation of wealth and the financial system and how it works, and it's different versions, so it's really layered. The first version is a novel written in the 30s about a wealthy couple who thrives during the crash even. The second is a person who that's based on. He wants to write a memoir and clear up something about his wife that he didn't like, and then somebody writing that memo, and finally the diary of the wife who has passed away. And the question is really, where's the truth? Is it hidden in the fiction? Is it really true in the diary? Do people lie in memoirs? It's just so layered and so fantastic. I just ready to read it again. It was so good.
Well, that's good to hear. Yeah, there's some books that I do want to read again, so this would be one of those.
That would be one of them, absolutely.
Okay.
And the next one is William Gay, Stories from the Attic. He's an amazing author. He passed away about 10 years ago, and this is classic Southern Gothic short stories. And they're about the things that you would expect them to be about, you know, misplaced love, bad decisions, the consequences. But the fascinating thing about him is he started writing when he was 15 and did not get published till like 40 years later.
Wow.
And then became an award-winning author. I mean, he did construction, he did all kinds of other things, raised a family, but he just loved to write. And you can tell when you read his writing that.
So there's hope for all of us that still have that book in them.
That's right.
All right.
Don't stop, just keep writing. The next one, Mercury Pictures presents.
That gets my attention, Mercury.
I know. This is the 1940s, a little girl actually growing up in Italy, and her father takes her to the movies every Sunday instead of to Mass. He gets arrested for protesting fascism and Mussolini, and she comes to where else but Hollywood to reinvent herself and becomes a producer and all those wonderful things. And then somebody from the past shows up and puts that all into jeopardy. So.
All right. Makes me want to read it.
Upgrade. This is the science one for you, Blake Crouch. This is the combination of science fiction, and a thriller. A scientist has gotten a virus that makes him smarter. He reads faster. He remembers everything. He's got an amazing analytical brain. And the question is, should he expose the public to that? Will that make people better? And some of them will die. Or does he need to be hidden away and everybody needs to be protected? So it's the question of moral questions, of ethics, of eugenics, and you know, engineering our own evolution, and what would you do under those circumstances?
All right, Upgrade.
It's a great thriller.
Yes.
And then nonfiction, we always have to have nonfiction. Picasso's War.
Right.
You know, we think of Picasso as part of our art world forever, but he wasn't. He was really disliked in America before the war. And in 1939, he managed to sneak 300 paintings out of Germany, and the Museum of Modern Art in New York, which was just getting started, did
no idea.
I know, did a 40-year retrospective, and then Picasso became so important to modern art, and the center of arts shifted from Paris to New York, all based on that one event.
Huh, okay. That makes me want to learn more.
I know, so there you go. Right. And this is tooting our own horn, the BookMark.
Happy birthday to you. 32 years?
32 years.
Unbelievable.
That's young for a person, but old for a business, right?
Well, I don't know, I'll have to think about that. I know you're in a great location. We were talking about that before the show.
Yes.
You got everything you need right there at the beach.
And we're so excited, and we want to thank everybody. So come down and let us give you some presents, win some prizes, and it's a great day, good conversation, and good storytelling.
It's just a warm feeling when you walk into your bookstore. I just say that, you know, I was getting coffee with the wife. We're doing our beach walk. I said, we need to go to check out this bookstore.
Well, thank you. That makes my heart sing.
It was wonderful. It was one of our highlights of the day for
sure.
Oh,
you're making
so
me
if you
blush.
haven't seen it, check it out.
Thank you.
Okay.
And this is a great book by Harper Design, Annette Simon, who was a bookseller at the BookMark, and she says that she started doing this as the BookMark Spine Poems, where you take books and make a poem. So you could take, you know, Mercury Pictures Presents.
That's something I would be into. Okay.
Picasso's War.
Right.
Stories from the Attic, and that would be a poem.
And you just.
And that would be a spine poem.
Spine poem.
So she does that throughout this book, and they're just exquisite pictures that she's taken, and then she talks about the books. It's really wonderful.
Nice. Okay.
And finally, another event. This is a launch event for her book, and this is another event, Saving Freud. This is about the people who convinced Freud to leave Vienna during the time of Hitler. and how they convinced him to leave and how they convinced Britain to take him and his entourage in.
Oh, you know, I can't get enough of history. So
Well, you'll love this.
Great mix of things here, celebrating the store, the
Yes.
Bookmark, and I tell you what, it doesn't get any better. So thanks for being with us as always.
Thank you. Always. I appreciate it.
All right, and of course, head to our website for much more on reading recommendations from Rona, and that's firstcoastliving.net.